the look of defeat on his face, a bewildered look. Let's see if Anthony Joshua can dispose of the MMA champion. It is lights out. Wow. Anthony Joshua.
Oh my God, what kind of chaos have we just witnessed?
You are now listening to Pree Da Production with your host, Majaro.
What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to the Pree Da Production YouTube channel. I'm your host, Majaro, aka Liz. And boy, what a 6-minute performance that was. I'm speechless. I'm still speechless about the Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou knockout show. Anthony Joshua knocks out Francis Ngannou in under 2 rounds. Boy, with one of the most arena deflating punches I've seen in a while. As soon as he landed that, the whole energy, let alone the energy from Francis, the whole energy from the whole arena just evaporated. And it was like, what were we thinking? I've got to go back to the start of this week when everyone started to release their prediction videos, and a lot of the sentiment I was getting was, AJ's great and all, and we know what he can do, but there's something about Francis Ngannou, his story, his upbringing, his journey. He's got to finish his journey. He's got to, get to that next level. He's gone through so much adversity. Only Anthony Joshua could have nightmares of what he went through as a kid. Digging through sand mines for days, traveling from across Africa to get into France to start his journey as an MMA fighter. The journey is beautiful, and it is. He's never been knocked down. He's never been knocked out. He's got a solid chin. He's just as athletic, just as powerful, and he's only going to get better. The first fight against Tyson Fury was just the warm-up. He did so well against Tyson. He can only do better. He can only do better. But when it came to reality, it just wasn't like that. So many people were predicting against their own best judgment, that Francis was going to knock out Anthony Joshua. And as a casual viewer, as a casual boxing fan, I'm not going to claim I'm an expert boxing fan, right? On a casual level, I thought, there's a lot of wishful thinking here, because when it comes down to who's got the best fundamentals, Anthony Joshua, AJ boxing all day. It's not even close, really. Basically, Anthony Joshua is what Francis Ngannou would have been if Francis started boxing at the age of 16. Let's just say. He's just, like people say, he's just as athletic, he's just as strong, he's just as powerful. Arguably, Francis is more powerful, we'll give him that. But the speed and technical ability and IQ of Anthony Joshua just was on full display. And the reason for that, he's just been in the game longer. People were counting on literally a miracle. Honestly, it feels like, going back and listening to it now, it feels like people were just hoping for an upset, just so that it can be something controversial, so that we can get our next storyline. What happens next with Francis? And when two African brothers are fighting, my allegiances are like, why? But I understand the game. You guys have got to fight because it's the most entertaining thing. But I was always going to go for Anthony Joshua. It wasn't even close. We start off the night. We have a reporter going to the dressing room. They were saying everything's calm in Francis Ngannou's camp, but over in AJ's camp, it's a bit tense. It's a bit on edge. You could tell, some people are anxious. And as soon as you saw some of those people coming down the ramp, you knew they were anxious ones. You knew who were the ones that were scared and worried about this fight. And that was Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn looked like a bag of absolute nerves. He was coming down that ramp, looking down, looking disheveled, but AJ was calm, cool and collected. He has been calm, respectful and collected like he usually is, but even more so in the lead up to this. He wasn't talking too much. He was very collaborative. He was, being very gracious and respectful to Francis. But there was something in him that I thought, okay, he's not getting a fresh trim. Alright. I like that AJ. No fresh trim AJ is a scary AJ. And he fully came out and displayed his skills. The first round, you saw the warning signs. Francis was squaring up like an MMA fighter, trying to catch the jab. In MMA it works. In MMA that works because you've got gloves that have, finger holes, and you can easily grab and push and deflect the punches a lot better. But when it's boxing, you're leaving yourself wide open on the left side or on the right side, depending on what hand you're trying to catch. And AJ was just feeling him out. And recently AJ has been amazing, scientific with judging distances. His time was pitch perfect for some of those shots that he landed. It was just sweet science. So he was able to judge the distance, feel him out. And the funny thing is, Francis Ngannou's coach came out on a podcast with Hugh Jordan and said, this is how the fight's going to go. This is how it's going to go. Anthony Joshua is going to try and take the middle of the ring, trying to assert himself and trying to, outman Francis Ngannou and take center circle and try and dominate the center of the ring. And then he's going to realize he can't do that with Francis. So then he's going to backpedal, and then that's when he's going to jab, stick and move. And we're ready for that. Well, in actuality, he was actually right in some of the cases. AJ did try to take center of the ring, and he succeeded, and he did not let that go. He controlled the center of that ring and moved Francis wherever he wanted him to be moved to. He was always in control. It felt like he was just ushering him to the slaughterhouse. It was that calculated, that clinical. Mate, I can't believe so many people doubted him. So many people doubted AJ, and they just wanted Francis to win. And I understand it. I wanted Francis to win. There's some place in my heart that wanted Francis to win, but in actuality, it was never going to happen. And once AJ got that first knockdown in the first 90 seconds, it felt like it was inevitable. He was just like Thanos. Inevitable. And that first knockdown came. AJ was like, yes, I've got him where I want him. Because Francis Ngannou thought, Tyson Fury, he's a lot more complex in nature in terms of he's, herky-jerky style, unorthodox. He kind of fights like an MMA fighter. His guard isn't high. His guard's pretty low. Loads of head feints and twitching, trying to make you bite. But he's never really going to punch you out. He's got pillow fists. He's never going to punch you out. That's why I feel like Francis got a false sense of security in his ability, in his IQ. Because he thought, is this the best heavyweight in the planet right now? People are telling me this. If this is him, the rest of the division is going to be maybe not easy, but definitely not as difficult. But that was the wrong mentality, if that was the mentality. Because Anthony Joshua is a boxer's boxer. Trained traditionally, he's an Olympic gold medalist. He is as orthodox get, but he is perfect in that technique. He's been trained very, very well, and he's only been improving since his first ever loss in that regard. And now, like he said, he might be coming into his prime, and the power, the speed, and the technique is coming nicely together. The combinations are flowing, And this is the best Anthony Joshua we've seen in a long, long time. And in this frame of mind, only God knows where he can go. He can potentially get the World Heavyweight Championships back. And only time will tell. Oh my gosh. What a fight. What a fight. Even though it was only 6 minutes, 2 rounds, the build up, the promotion, the arena, the fight, the knockout. Oh, the knockout was just sweet, sweet science. I've not even talked about the knockout. That's probably the most devastating knockout I've seen in a while. In a while. As soon as he put him to sleep, the whole air in the arena just got sucked out. He literally snatched not only his soul, but all the souls of the Ngannou supporters around the world. Everyone was just their mouth wide open. The disrespect. AJ walked around like he owned the place. Francis was in an oxygen mask. The guy that had never been hurt before has been hurt twice in 2 rounds. And now he's sprawled over the canvas, taking oxygen. And AJ, this is what AJ does. He's humble during the fight. During the build up to the fight, he's humble. And he respects his opponents always. But when he knows he's done something mad, instead of bragging like someone like Tyson Fury, he humble brags. He's like, yeah, man. You learn from that. You learn from that. Just as much as you learn from that Tyson Fury match, you learn from this one as well. Damn, that's cold. Don't quit. Don't quit the heavyweight division. Stay. This is your division now. You need to stay here. You might not be on my level, but you'll be at some level. You need to stay here. This is the only ticket for you now. No MMA career no more. Boxing's the way forward for you, so you need to stick around. Damn. Guys, you okay? Oh. Guys, say shout out my Cameroonian family. Yo. This is probably going to be one of the fights of the year. And it's only 6 minutes. But a lot happened in that 6 minutes. That 6 minutes condensed every single person's feelings about this fight. All the people who, for some reason, were so brave in saying, and against their better judgment, so brave in saying Francis was going to beat AJ. And AJ just had to let them know, yo, there's levels to this. And let's have it right now. Anthony Joshua smokes Tyson Fury in a pack and twice on Sunday. It's not even close. AJ's faster, more powerful, and is just as technically sound as Tyson Fury. I don't care. Every single opponent Tyson Fury has beaten, AJ has beaten in more dramatic and disastrous fashion. Klitschko, and now Francis Ngannou. Everyone else, there's not even a question. Dylan White smoked him. Joseph Parker smoked him. Anyways, let me know what you think about this fight. This was a crazy week, a crazy build-up, amazing promotion. Shout out to them man in Saudi. Them man been doing their thing for a minute now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leaving a super thanks is much appreciated. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
I be kidding on my foes, even though I got it all on my own. Success sweet, yeah, it tastes like